Okay, previous video just we have seen digestion in the small intestines. So after the digestion, how the total digestion completed in the small intestine, duodenum and jejunum. And next, carbohydrates are converted into glucose, proteins are converted into amino acids, and fats, fatty acids and glycerol. So this is there in the small intestine place. Now that smaller substances, amino acids, glucose, fatty acids and glycerol, they have to be taken into the blood, and from there it has to be given to the all cells of the body. Okay, so taking inside the blood, that is called the absorption. So yesterday video till absorption we have seen. Let us see the absorption completely. So in man, most of absorption occurs through the wall of ileum. Ileum is the last part of small intestine. First part duodenum, next jejunum, next is the ileum. So maximum absorption takes place in the ileum of small and the inner surface is raised finger-like folds called villi. Each cell of villus is with electron. Again, one villi divided into microvilli. Okay, microvillus. If you see in detail, so each villus means singular, is with blood capillaries and lymph capillaries. So first of all, you see this diagram. Okay, if you see this diagram, this is one villus. Suppose if this is the small intestine, and like this projections, and inside this micro projections will be there. This is the one villus is this. This is the place, lumen of the small intestine. This is the lumen of the small intestine. So now the food is here. Suppose total both the sides of the small intestine, food is here, lumen place. So this is what is this? This is the one villus. Outer layer is called thin layer of the cells through which digested food is absorbed. This is a thin layer of the cells of the villus. Then attached to thin layer, what is there? Blood capillaries are there. Okay, and after that this place means this place is the lumen. Another villus will start from here, villi. So next, coming to the absorption is taken place with the help of two systems. One system is blood normal and another is lymphatic system also. So these are the blood vessels, this is the lymphatic system. Some substances are taken by the blood and some substances are taken by the lymphatic system. This white one, it is given lacteal. What is lacteal? A branch of the lymphatic system. Very thin cells or capillaries of the lymphatic system. So the white one is the lymphatic system one, red one is the blood capillary system one. Both will take the food digested. This will take some substances, this will take some substances. Same diagram here, just a graphical representation is given. See here. Okay, and here see digested carbohydrates, example glucose, and digested proteins means amino acids. What we want, the word is glucose and amino acids are absorbed into the blood capillaries. It is clearly showed. This diagram usually you won't get. So blood capillaries are taking what they are absorbing from the lumen or from the digested absorbed food. Glucose, that is the smallest compound of the carbohydrate, and second is the amino acid, that is the smallest part of the protein. These two are taken by the blood. Okay, so blood in form mesmeric artery means from this artery blood is taken, these substances inside. From here the blood will take to all cells. Here you see white one already I told you, that branch of lymphatic system, that is called lacteal. So here what is taken? Lymphatic system is unidirectional flow, means it will go to heart only, it will not come back from the heart. That you will learn in the circulatory system. Whereas blood will go to heart and comes bidirectional. So lymph is unidirectional. So digested, so what will be taken into the this one lymphatic system? Digested fats are absorbed in the lacteals. Lacteals means the vessels of the lymphatic system. So what does it mean? Lymphatic system will take the fats and blood vessels will take the glucose and amino acids. Okay, after that blood out, taking the digested foods to the, so lastly the food will taken to the liver in the hepatic. Hepatic means liver. Hepatic portal vein means the veins which comes and related to the liver, that is called the hepatic system. Okay, the diagram you understood. Absorption. So absorption, two kinds of absorptions will be there: passive absorption and active absorption. What is passive absorption? Passive absorption means there is no expenditure of any ATP energy or anything. Diffusion or osmosis. Diffusion means molecules and osmosis means only liquids or water or any this one. Diffusion means passive means just there is no any expenditure of energy, only from the movement of the molecules from the higher concentration to lower concentration. If it is small intestine and this is the villi, so food is here, digested food is here, so it is having glucose and it is having amino acids or it is having fatty acids and glycerol. So this concentration is here more, in the villus that is less. So naturally from the digested food to blood it will go, that is diffusion. And osmosis means any liquid substances, water and all also will be taken, the content is more. Second is some of the substances, exactly glucose will not go, which are easily absorbed by the membrane of the villus, then that can be absorbed passive, diffusion and osmosis. Now active membranous, energy dependent, active transporter and endocytosis means ATP energy has to be spent. Okay, then it can be taken inside. See, one question is very important. How the villus increases the absorption? Actually villus are the projections like that, no, foldings like that. When you open the folding, the surface area will increase. So because of the villus finger like structures, the absorption rate will be more. Villus increase the surface area for absorption. The villi are richly supplied with blood vessels which take the absorbed food to each and every cell of the body where it is utilized. Now the food will be taken and food will be given to the cells and the food will convert into energy. Energy means carbohydrates, or the amino acids can help to make new tissues and cells and repairs. So like that it will be taken and given for the body purpose. Very little absorption takes place in the mouth. Suppose mouth also digestion started, carbohydrate, and stomach also absorption, digestion started, proteins and renin, milk protein and some of the fat, but no absorption is there. Everything will be sent into the small intestine. And so in the small intestine, the products of digestion, one is glucose or fructose, fatty acids, glycerol, amino acids, all these absorbed through mucosa. The layer outside the layer is the mucosa into the blood stream and lymph. I showed you the diagram. One is the blood stream one and the lymph one. Okay, so in the large intestine, so now what happens into the large intestine? Some absorption means some maximum water will be taken in the large intestine, absorbed in the large intestine, and some minerals also, some amount of minerals also will be taken. Okay, and some vitamin and absorbed in the large intestine. Now whatever is absorbed, that is assimilated, means used by the cells of the body. Assimilation, actually this assimilation you can say anabolic reaction. First what happened, carbohydrates, Carbohydrates converts into carbohydrates are converted into glucose. ठीक है. Proteins are converted into amino acids, and fats are converted into fatty acids plus glycerol. ठीक है. This is what breaking down. This is these are breaking. This breaking down reaction took place, that is the catabolism. This is catabolism. ठीक है. These substances are taken and absorbed into the bloodstream, and after that in the assimilation process, amino acids, suppose this amino acids, again amino acids are there, this one, after the assimilation amino acids make proteins. Okay, that is building. So amino acids used in making the protein synthesis, which helps the growth and repair. So this is one kind of anabolism. And excess of amino acids are changed into urea in the liver cells. Okay, these are the extra points for you. Amino acids, and this is the and they will be stored in the changed into the liver. Amino acids are. And second is glucose, and you know very well, and our next lesson is respiration. So what will happen? Glucose will go into the cells, and the glucose will be oxidized. Suppose this glucose, next lesson is respiration now. So here this glucose again breaks into simpler substances by releasing the ATP energy. This is the use of the glucose. And glucose, respiratory fuels provide energy, and excess of glucose, this is one mark question. Already previous lesson also we got. Excess of glucose is converted into glycogen in the liver cells. Here also excess of the amino acids changed and went into the liver cells. Here also urea, excess of amino acid converted into urea and they stored in the liver cells. Excess of glucose changed into glycogen and they stored in the liver cells. Next come to the fats, and fats are used in the form of the membranes of the new cells. Okay, while excess of the fat stored beneath the skin. And next one, last is, after assimilation and everything, some substances are not digested. Some substances are not digested and they have to be removed from the body. Okay, so the unabsorbed food other than the water and minerals removed from the body, that is through anus, and the exit of waste regulated by a sphincter, again at the end rectum at the end of the rectum, anus, through anus, and one sphincter will be there. Slowly the undigested food will be released, that is called the egestion. So this is total digestive system lesson, and tomorrow we will start respiration. Okay, bye.